How you doing, guys? So you can see here I got some welds tacked up, some coupons ready to go. So what I got is, by the time I get all these welded and tack these to each other, that will be 13 6-inch sked 40 welds, and then I got 3 4-inch sked 40 welds. So if you go by the weld inch system, that's 90 inches of weld, which is, you know, a lot for a day. So the weld inch system, it's basically just a way of saying how many joints you need to weld per day. So like you can weld up a 6-inch sked 40, that's just 6 inches of weld basically. And that system can vary. It's a different situation, it's obviously different thicknesses of pipe. But for the basic system, sked 40 pipe weld together, it's just called 6 inches. So by the time I have all this welded, it's going to be 90 inches of weld. So I don't really have any production pipe shop experience. So when people say, oh, like you need to weld 80 inches a day, I have no gauge on what that's like. So I took all the pipe that I had, so like extra pipe laying around my house, cut it up into coupons enough to tack up 90 inches of weld. So I'm just going to get ready to go and start the clock and to see really what it is to weld 90 inches. And obviously I'm at a bit of an advantage because everything's kind of ready to go on my disposal. I didn't get too crazy with the fit ups. The gaps vary, the lands vary a bit. I'm just trying to simulate a day in the pipe shop basically. I'm just trying to see what it's all about. So I'm going to get fired up here and start the clock and see what it's like. Good old Big Blue here running on remote, second gear. I went a lot tighter on most of the gaps than I normally would to try to burn hotter and improve speed, right? It's all about speed. So I'm kind of doing something new on the gaps here and the fit up. I'm just trying to smoke them in as fast as I can. 1/8 6010 5P plus for the roots, and then I'll probably hot pass at 1/8 7018. I probably will slam out some 6010 hot passes because that might be acceptable in some situations. And I'm going to see if I can get away with some 532 7018 caps on this 6-inch. I'll mix it up as I go and just play with it and try to get it done. I want to every weld I'm going to stop, make sure the root's good, dress the weld, make it a fully, you know, a final product each time that will pass QC, and just try to simulate a day in the pipe shop. Okay, first root. Oh, smoked it in there, buddy. Smoked it in there. Tight gap, real tight gap. That's where I had to go back over a tie-in there. I'm running second gear, almost 15, so I used to run with a wide gap, first gear 20. So I'm almost running a whole gear higher. So, very nice, very, very nice. Smoking a 1/8 7018 cap on hot pass on that, a hot fill, and we'll move on to the old caparoo. Tried to go hot and fast on that so that it wasn't too high, so I can get a nice cap on there. So throw a cap on her. So that's slicked on there pretty good. I capped it with 1/8 and it's kind of keeping like on the uphill kind of side of it. So I came out a little tall, so I might be able to come back a bit. And I was weaving a bit, so you see how the margins aren't like perfectly acceptable, but just a little tall. Like you might have to grind down the button a bit. But okay, we'll blast out the next one, and I'll probably go with a 532 cap because the 1/8 cap just felt kind of slow. Let's keep her cooking. Super nice, man. Going good. Little fat root.
532. Still a work in progress, but you know, okay. I'm doing things. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Slash fill 1/8 7018. Alright. I snubbed out here right before the tie-in, so she got a little wide, but other than that, nice 532 cap. Getting there, man. Getting there, man. Some roots. Times 3 and then 4 times 3 welds left here. Ugh. Oh, there's the 6-inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Damn, man. What a long, boring day. Production pipe shop, I would not use the word fun to describe that job, I wouldn't say. Pretty repetitive. Yeah, so 6010 root, I ground the root out, 1/8/7018 hot pass, 532 cap. That's what I did on those bad boys. I'm sure there's faster ways of doing it, but woo. Okay, let's bang out some 4-inch and get the heck out of here, man. Alright, those 13 6-inch welds. Woo. And then these three, you can see these three. Oops. That is 90 inches of weld going by the welder inch weld system. And that's a big day. That's some welds. So yeah, get wrapped up and head home and do a little time analysis on this. See my nose right there? Frig, man, I beamed myself hard today. This hard hat, well, I was putting it on and I grabbed the two knobs at the end and the back of the hard hat fell down. No, it fell like this, forward. It flipped like this, bang, and that part right there in the front of the hard hat beamed me right there, man. Whew. It was aggressive. All right, let me wrap up and get home here. So, obviously before I started welding, everything was already tacked up, you know, and everything was there. So it's pretty much best case scenario. I did everything by the book. Put the root in, ground the root out, 7018 hot fill, and then cap. So there's definitely little tricks you can do to bend the rules depending what you're allowed to get away with to make the welds go faster, right? And I think the more you do it, the faster you can get. But so in doing it like that, with everything tacked up, ready to go, in 7.5 hours of work, so basically, you know, the clock was running, you know, switching pipes on and off of the spinner, you know, and there's little things like, one time one of my pipe coupons fell off of the chuck and hit my stinger cable. I had to tape that up, and all those little things you're doing in between. The clock's ticking through all that time, so I'm trying to make it as realistic as possible in the best case scenario. So it's not just weld time, it's just work time. And 7.5 hours it took me to weld out that 90 inches. So for the 6-inch, it's 30.4 minutes on average to weld that 6-inch. So if you're welding 6-inch sked 40 and the requirement is 80 inches a day, it'd be 6.7 hours of solid welding. 6.7 hours to get 80 inches of solid welding. So yeah, say in a 9-hour day, so that's 7, so that's kind of 2 hours to spare. But there's right, you need to move these pipes in and out, the big spool pieces in and out on your spinner, and then if you get big spools, you got to roll, you got to put on counterweights and stuff. So there's lots of handling time. So if you factor an hour of handling time, and then you're gonna quit a half an hour to clean up, and then your morning meeting, and so that's pretty well it. Like you're me right now welding the way I was, like it's gonna be full blast, like a hard haul to get 80 hours, but definitely doable. And then on the 4-inch, I was getting 18 minutes per pipe on the average, so it'd be 6 hours to get 80 inches. So a little bit less time, so you can do them a little bit quicker. So yeah, so it's very doable. Right, 7.5 hours to get 90 inches, just full blasting in a 9-hour day. So I don't know, I'd say it can only go up from there. I can only get faster. It wasn't very fun, man, but the last of the welds is like, holy crap, like this is just getting boring. But you do what you gotta do, I guess. Could be worse. So yeah, I think I can do it. I'm into it.